We talked a lot about Merab versus O'Malley last time, but let's talk about Grasso versus Shevchenko.
The trilogy.
It's so hard to figure out what adjustments a fighter is going to make after 2 fights against each other, especially because the last one was so close.
Yeah, and not most, but there's a big handful of people that think Valentina Shevchenko should have won. She should have gotten that really fancy belt that they made, especially for Grasso.
Do you think she would have gotten that belt if she had won?
I don't know. It was a beautiful belt.
Oh, man. They could have given her some... where's she from again? I forget. One of them Eastern European countries.
Isn't she Polish?
Oh.
Is she? No, I don't know.
I don't think so, but maybe she is. Shit, I don't know. I just know she does a weird dance. She wears weird white flowery...
Kyrgyzstani.
Kyrgyzstani.
Kyrgyzstan. Sorry.
Kyrgyzstani.
That's what it says. From Kyrgyzstan. Am I saying that? You know I am terrible at pronouncing
Kyrgyzstani. That sounds made up.
I swear, that's what it says.
No, it does look like Kyrgyzstan, but I'm not sure the exact pronunciation, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Kyrgyzstan. I just never heard of that country, and I'm mad at that because Shevchenko's been champ for a long time. Like, as soon as Joanna became champ, we're like, yeah, Polish.
First Polish champ. Did not give proper props.
Did not remember them saying first Kyrgyzstani champion in the UFC.
We're probably butchering that, by the way. If we said it properly, we'd be like, oh yeah, that's where it's from.
Yeah, no, it rings no bells.
Yeah. Well, there was a little bit of criticism from Alexa Grasso on Valentina's performance and the way that she comes out. And she says if she comes out the same way that she did again, she'll win again.
Ooh, Grasso getting a little spicy. Yeah. Putting a little tomatillo on that, you know?
She said Valentina starts a little bit too slow. She's a little bit too paced, which comes from, her Muay Thai background probably. They're notorious for, that kind of slow starting pace and then building as the fight goes.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments they make for sure.
Yeah.
I see a Grasso, adding to her game, but also she's had success, in her mind twice with the way that she's come out. She's put it to Valentina pretty well with her volume, with her straight punches, switching stances and grappling.
Yeah. No, it's really going to be an interesting one to see. I don't know. I'm looking at MMA decisions right now, and it's pretty much split down the middle on what people thought. Not one person got the decision that Michael Bell got of 47-47, giving Grasso a 10-8 in the last round. I think that was the reason why so many people were so heated, because that score basically dictated the entire fight.
Yeah.
Like giving Shevchenko 3 rounds, but then giving Grasso such a huge advantage in that last round, basically said, okay, she gets to keep her belt. So it's going to be interesting to see how Shevchenko comes out. Shevchenko actually responded to that. And she was like, so what do you think that I will stay at the back of the cage and then you will stay at the back of the cage and then we never fight? Because I guess she was trying to say she is the evil female character that every James Bond movie needs. Like she has the accent, she has the RBF, she has the blonde hair, she has like the scary just like demeanor about her. She
got the vibe.
The killer vibe. Yeah, she is the typical bad guy, and they matched this fight perfectly because Grasso is the hero. She's the doe-eyed princess who's representing Mexico on Mexican Indepence Day. So like this is the story that they're building, and it was done perfectly. But Shevchenko, when they said that, she was just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I think the reason she said that was because she felt like Grasso was also not coming forward. So I think it was a roundabout way of saying that. But I'm wondering if Shevchenko wrestles more. I'm wondering if she tries to get that control time up again, because she was having a lot of success with that. And I think the one thing that was scaring her away from just going ham with it was the fact that Grasso was able to choke her out in the first fight.
It could, but that was such like
it was a totally different situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she shouldn't be afraid of it.
Jumped on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was one of those really great reads that Grasso made in this like small window of opportunity, and she just snagged it and got it.
Yeah.
So I think she should, lean in to the grappling, because she has great takedowns. She has a great grappler. She's so well-rounded. She's such a dominant champ in her, prior outings, that I would love to see her be more aggressive there as well.
Yeah, same. I think maybe after going 5 rounds of her and seeing that there wasn't a threat when she was on top, when she was like, controlling the fight and controlling that part, maybe she's going to have a lot more confidence in just going back to the well with that and being more aggressive with that. But I think that's always going to be in the back of your head, right? If you're fighting someone that submitted you, even if you're on top, even if you're controlling every part of their body, you always feel like, oh, but if they get that underhook, I might be in that same situation, So you're a little more tense down there than you would be against someone who you had no experience with, who you just happen to be controlling, and then you're feeling comfortable enough to pass, to hit, to posture up, to do all these things that would be a little risky against someone who has submitted you before. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that she'll probably be a little more aggressive on the ground. And maybe Grasso is going to be ready for that. But she definitely showed that the takedowns were there. I think in the first fight, Shevchenko was taking it away until she hit that spinning back kick and got submitted. Hey, if she doesn't throw that friggin' kick, she might be able to take this handily. But we'll see. It also feels like Grasso's straight punches, her jabs, her 1-2s, they give Shevchenko a lot more trouble than anyone else has on the feet.
She's so fast there.
Yeah, and you can feel like when you spar a boxer who has just only boxed their entire life, when you get jabbed by them, it's a little different.
It's different. They turn their punch over.
And it feels so stiff. It's like someone taking a broomstick and just hitting you with a pool
No, it
cue
feels different.
Right in the nose. It feels
different, and the energy that you feel from it is different too. It's kind of draining. It's there's a little bit of a healthy intimidation that comes from it.
It's just like that. Get away.
Oh.
Maybe I will. Don't do that again. And then they do it again. And you're like, fuck, now what?
Yeah.
Now what? I guess I'll shoot. So yeah, if she's able to do more of that, I think she can have a really successful night. But yeah, it's going to be a wild one. It really is a toss-up, because both of those fights were so close before the end happened, decision and submission. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. Who do you want to win?
I kind of want Shevchenko to win.
Wow.
I do.
Why?
I just, I love who she is as a champion.
Okay.
She has this like air of mystique about her. I think she's a really hard worker. I think she's a great representation of what a champion is. So is Grasso, honestly. But Grasso's had the belt for a while, so I just want to see a little bit. Just want to see the mix up.
You want to see it get crazy.
Shake it.
Yeah. I
Shake
just
the
want
world up.
pandemonium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then we get to see another one.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
I want Grasso to win. I want this to be over. I want Shevchenko to work her way back up, because I feel like when you're a dominant champ, a lot of times you get an easier run than the people coming up after you've already done the hard work. So yeah, you get a hard run on the way up.
Yeah.
But once you're there, sitting on top of your throne, you get to look down on all the little peasants and watch them work really hard.
What did you think she forgot what it's like?
Well, no, I like to see a champion work their way back to the top, especially someone who is so dominant. You know, like I want to see if she's made of that, if she's able to do that. Because when you're a champion, you get like to look at what the best matchup is. You get to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. You pretty much get your game plan made for you as they're on their way to the top. But if you're Shevchenko and you lose, you might be fighting someone like Natalia Silva next. You don't really know what she looks like against like the top 5, you know, against like the cream of the crop, or against multiple different matchups where you can pick, okay, she eats this. Oh, this is how you take her down. Oh, she doesn't like that jab. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the champ gets to do that, and they get a lot of evidence on how to beat the person. So I want to see that get mixed up. I want to see how Shevchenko deals with that, and if she's able to make her way back to the top.
I got you. Yeah. I like that story.
And also, I like Grasso. I like that she had a rough run at strawweight, kind of win-loss, and then she got to flyweight and found her groove. And she's so freaking nice, and she's so friggin' sweet, and and she has this boxing style that's really, really fun to look at. Like it looks good. It's violent. It's nasty. Like I like that. I enjoy watching people get punched in the face, and she does that a lot. You know, so I don't know. I the striker in me is more excited about Grasso, even though Shevchenko is a great striker. I just like watching people get punched in the face, and it seems like her punches have a bigger effect than a lot of the other women in flyweight.
I gotcha.
So we'll see who comes out on top.